guys, so I'm here to do another book review. This time it is over Gone by Michael Grant. It is the first book in the Gone saga. So the basic plot of the story is that one day everybody from the ages 15 and up completely disappear. Poof, kaput, they're gone. At first, the kids think it's kind of funny for like the first 10 minutes. You know, all the adults are gone, but then they start to realize that this is a problem. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if somebody's going to try and help them. They sort of try to make their own society and try to make everything work. Through all of this, they make a bunch of discoveries. One, there's a barrier. They're cut off from the rest of the world. There's no penetrating it. There's no getting around it. They've tried looking for exits. They've also found that some of the kids are getting powers. You know, some can shoot laser beams out of their hands, some can heal, some can completely remove gravity. And then, on top of that, the animals are mutating. Snakes have wings, seagulls have talons, coyotes can talk. It's a mess. This book is told from several different points of views. You mainly see it from Sam's point of view. You also see it from Astrid, Lena, Albert, Drake, Jack, Kane, Mary, and Diana. Every other chapter, every other paragraph jump, it's somebody else's point of view, but like I said, you mainly see it from Sam's point of view. I really loved the plot. You know, it sucks you in. You're hooked after the two first sentences, which has never happened to me before. Normally it takes about a chapter or two for me to really get into it, but this book starts and it never stops. There was never a dull moment for me in this book. With that said, I did have a couple problems. One of them being the animals mutating. I just think there was so much going on with the adults disappearing, the barrier, kids having power, there's this whole leader war, and then on top of that, animals are talking and growing wings and talons, and I just thought, I didn't think it was necessary. You could have easily taken it out and maybe written it a different way, but still having the same outcome. So that was one issue that I didn't like. The next one, which was a bigger issue for me, was the romance between Sam and Astrid. I have a couple reasons for this. My first reason being they're both 14. Sam's about to turn 15. Astrid's, I think, a few months away from turning 15. And they're starting this serious relationship. I wouldn't have had a problem with it if it was like an ongoing thing. But it started off as this, oh yeah, I think she's cute, and this whole awkward thing. And in 1 week, they're throwing around the big three. You know what I'm talking about. The major I love yous. You know, no, they're 14. It's not the fact that they're 14 that it bugs me. It bugs me that they kissed once, and then in the span of a week, they're like, I love you, I love you. And so that was one issue I had with that relationship. The second one is sort of towards the end. Chaos breaks loose. A lot of people are getting hurt. A lot of people are trying to help Sam, but he's just focused on Astrid. People are getting injured and dying around him, and all he cares about is Astrid, Astrid, Astrid. I have to protect Astrid. I mean, if I were in his shoes, if I really cared about someone, yeah, I would try to save them, but if there are people getting injured on my way there, then I would try to help them. I wouldn't completely blow everyone off to go help Astrid. Those are my only two issues with the book. Characters, I am only going to talk about my favorite ones because there are a gazillion characters. The characters that you see the point of views from, those aren't even half the characters. There's a bajillion, and if we tried to go through them all, this video would be 10 hours long. Two of my favorite characters were Albert and Adelio. I thought they were the most level-headed out of all the characters. They really had, Adelio specifically sort of had the bigger picture. He wasn't really worried about all the little things. Albert, I loved Albert. You only see things from Albert's point of view, I think once or maybe twice. But I loved him. He was sweet. He sort of took over the McDonald's, and he really didn't care about anything else. He just wanted to make sure to run the McDonald's smoothly, and he was worried about food. But all those other drama outside of that, he didn't want any part of it. He was just worried about the McDonald's, which I thought was really sweet. The next one is Quinn, but only at the end and maybe the first chapter, because for the rest of the book he was a giant douche nozzle. He was annoying, and he was selfish, and he was betraying his friends left and right. Quinn. So I liked him at the end. When I mean end, I mean like the last chapter. So basically, I liked him the first and last chapter. Everything in between, he was on my bad side. Next one is Lena. I really liked Lena. I think she was kind of a badass. I think you see from her point of view a lot at the beginning of the book. And she's a tough cookie, that one. So I really liked her. I really loved her dog Patrick, although that's probably because I'm some crazy dog lover. But either way, I loved Patrick. So those were my favorite characters. So I only had 2 problems with this book. So I'm going to give Gone by Michael Grant a 5 out of 5. Except the 2 things that I didn't like, they weren't even really that big. So it's a lower 5 out of 5, but it's still a 5 out of 5. So just a quick update with what I'm reading now. I am currently reading Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. I'm about 65 pages in, and I am loving it so far. So that's a bit of a preview for probably how the review's going to go. I also will probably be going to the bookstore today, so I'll probably buy a few books there. So I might post a book haul tomorrow. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.